Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is KidLee, and this is episode 46 of the TOR Report. In this week's episode, I will cover the news of the week, which there is quite a bit, as we are approaching the launch of Shadow of Revan. I will check out some of the dev chats, and then I will wrap up the show with my thoughts on the Star Wars The Force Awakens teaser trailer. In this week's news, BioWare has released some game stats for Star Wars The Old Republic. They have done this in the past with some of their other games, such as Mass Effect. So let's roll through some of these numbers here real quick. 57 million characters have been created. Let's break that down by class, and I'm going to put them in order from most to least. So here are the baseline numbers. 9.3 million Jedi Knights, 8.8 million Jedi Consulars, 8.6 million Sith Warriors, 8.5 million Sith Inquisitors, 7 million Bounty Hunters, 6.1 million Republic Troopers, 5.8 million Imperial Agents, and 5.5 million Smugglers. So smugglers are the least played class in the game. I find that quite interesting. But if you look at the full spread, so from 9.3 of the Jedi Knights all the way down to 5.5 million of the smugglers, that's a pretty big gap there going from top to bottom. I wonder what it is about the smugglers that people don't like. I mean, I think their story is supposed to be, halfway interesting. It's kind of funny. It's actually one of the Republic stories that I actually haven't done yet. So maybe the problem is, hey, it's my fault as well. So, but yeah, interesting stat numbers on those. Moving along, there has been 1.7 billion, that's with a B, PvP kills since launch. The game features 104 hours of the voiced cinematics. The very first person to hit level 50, it took them 59.47 hours. And finally, the most popular lightsaber color is the Advanced Black-Yellow Fortitude Crystal. Next up, let's talk about Life Day and the cartel market. I have not seen a start date for Life Day, but we know it's coming down the road. BioWare has released a screenshot of some of the items that will be available during this time. A few of the items are the Ice Crystal Mound Medium, the Small Potted Trees, the Snowblower J01Y Mount, the Life Day Reveler who throws snowballs at you, the Wampa Skin Rug, and the Snowing Globe Light for the ceilings. The rest of the items are not related to Life Day and will be coming soon to a cartel pack near you. Item 1 is the Pigtails hairstyle. This will be available in the Pilgrim's Shadow Pack. Item 2 is the new Black-Pink color crystal. Item 3 is this new mount. There's no name for it at this time. Item 4 is this new set of armor. Again, we don't have any name for it at this time. Item 5 is another new mount. This one is called the Regal Fella. And finally, item 6 comes from the Las Vegas Cantina Tour flash drive, showing us some very cool mounts that are in the works. So let's go ahead and move on over to some dev chat. There's only one dev chat of note for this week. Eric Musco has released the commendation conversion rates for Update 3.0. If you missed the original story, the commendation types of Classic and Planetary are being removed from the game. The types Elite and Ultimate will remain, but the current comms you have will become basic. And then the Warzone and Ranked Warzone comms will remain untouched. So here are the conversion rates. 2 classic commendations will equal 1 basic comm. 1 basic will equal 1 basic. 1 elite will equal 2 basic. 1 planetary will equal 3 basic, and 1 ultimate will equal 3 basic. The basic commendation cap will remain 1,000. However, when the conversions happen, you will be allowed to go up to 2,000 commendations. If you have questions for future shows, send questions to KidLee, asf@gmail.com, or send me a message on YouTube, and I will answer and read your question on the show. But for this week's episode, no Q&A. Instead, there's something more special going on. Star Wars The Force Awakens teaser trailer, that happened yesterday, and a pretty good trailer it was. Generally the teaser trailers are pretty short. We knew that was going to happen, and then they'll have their full-length trailer, 2 minutes plus, probably in a few months. I'm actually betting that it comes in with Avengers Age of Ultron is the next time we're going to see something on this. But yeah, pretty good trailer it was. It was basically broken up into a bunch of little small segments or pieces. So I just sort of want to talk about a couple of these segments here real quick. The first one is like the girl on the speeder. It's like she was all scared, running, speedering away from something. There's a lot of chatter that everybody thinks that is probably one of these Solo kids. Han and Leia had 3 children, and I believe all of them are going to be in this film in one form or another, but believe that she indeed was one of them. And in the expanded universe, they were indeed Jedi. A couple of the other shots they did with the X-Wings skimming over the water with the S-foils up, sort of in like they're flying towards some sort of a target. That was a really cool shot, as well as the Millennium Falcon dogfighting with a couple of TIE fighters there at the end. Again, really cool, epic shots. The Sith Lord with the saber with the crossguard, that one's definitely got a lot of people talking. And I will say, again, in the expanded universe, sort of broadsword sabers with crossguards were used. So they're not making up anything new, but it's just, it's something that we've never seen before. So some people are kind of freaking out a little bit. But something like that was definitely used. But yeah, just overall, the trailer was pretty good. You had a stormtrooper. Well, actually, there's, 3 stormtrooper shots. The first shot has the guy with the helmet off. And then there was a transport shot, and then a real shot, close shot of the guns, and sort of the new variation of what they're doing with the stormtrooper armor. But, we are dealing with the Imperial remnants, because basically the Empire is kind of sort of destroyed, if you want to call it that, after they blew up the second Death Star. Vader's gone, the Emperor's gone, the Super Star Destroyer was gone. They lost a lot of people. And so in the expanded universe and in a lot of the books, the rebels are basically just dealing with the remnants. Now, it'd be interesting to see who they actually have in charge of what remains of the Imperial forces in this. Is it actually the Sith Lords that we've now seen one of, or is it some Grand Moff? Hard to say, but yeah, overall, it looks like a great film so far. So let's hope that they can definitely pull the old school magic back with these new films that they're working on. Because if you haven't heard, this one isn't the only one. They're basically sort of copying the Marvel formula a little bit, to where they're going to do like a big film with everybody in it, then they're going to do a little film, and then a big film and a little film. I think some of the other ones that have been confirmed is they're going to do a young Han Solo one. I think they're doing a Yoda one, perhaps. But that's sort of the idea. It's like, here's episode 7, and then here's a little one. Episode 8, and then a little one. So we'll, in the next, 10, 15 years or so, we'll see how well it definitely turns out. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That will go ahead and do it for this week's episode of the TOR Report. Please leave a comment or question below if you have anything to say. And with that being said, everybody keep playing and have fun.